We start with daily chart. Just I want to give a quick update. If you refer to my last analysis when the price was exactly somewhere around here, we discussed about the next correction and even my point on this one. We get the correction and it turned to a deeper than what we expected. Anyway, no one see what's the next. That's why I mentioned at that time whoever get the trade for buy within here, especially within here, I mentioned they should book some profit. Anyway, we started higher time frame. Want to see what we have been looking for, and if we refer to weekly chart, we mentioned we have been looking for 61 following the 78. We mentioned with the breakout of this zone, we are looking for all-time high. Mostly we have been looking for 61. Anyway, the price couldn't tag or even the breaks 61, and we get this correction, and this is what we get. Now the question is how deep this correction can be before we see the breakout of the 61. Anyway, we can look for buy based on lower time frame, and if the price of the Bitcoin break all-time high is good, then we can expect to see the breakout of this zone, and the possibility for this one turn to a more complex correction is there, and that's why we can expect. What I want to say is that this one can turn to a more complex correction. All right, anyway, if you get any opportunity for buy based on lower time frame, for me I will take it, but at this point I don't see any trade setup. And even if you move to daily chart, the way is reversing is very corrective, and if there is a continuation similar to what we had here with the breakout of this top, we should be aware of this divergence, because the reversal as a corrective, I'm referring to this one, following by the divergence, we can expect this one turn to a more complex correction. All right, we don't need to wait for this one before we look for buy. That means if we get any opportunity for buy within this range, we will take it, but we want to see the breakout of this top. Okay, but the only thing is we buying almost at the top of this correction. All right, that's why if we get any opportunity for buy, it depends on the risk and reward we are looking for. We should know how to manage it if there is a continuation as a corrective, especially following by divergence. That's why if we this one turn to a more complex correction, if we buy at this low, it will be the best. And as I mentioned, we don't need to wait for that possibility, that option. Okay, but whether if you want to look for buy at this point, I don't see any trade setup based on daily chart. How about if I move to lower time frame? And if we move to lower time frame, forward chart, at this point, if you want to look for buy, the only option is to put a warrant tree above here, or either above this shadow. Then what we want to price sharply, tag, break, and continue. But if the price continues as a corrective following by divergence, we need to be quite careful. That's why buying at this top can be an option, but I'm not really interested. How about if we move to lower time frame, if we move to 1 hour chart? And even if you want to look for buy being based on 1 hour chart, the only thing is we put a warrant tree above here. Then how to look for trade, put a warrant tree above here. We want to price sharply, tag, break, and continue the price tag. Within the first 2 hours, there is no continuation. We shouldn't keep the trade. If there is a continuation as a corrective, we shouldn't keep get the trade by having a trade above here. But for me, if I want to look for buy, the best option is if we move to daily chart, either we see the breakout of this top, which is somewhere around 50. Then from there, based on 1 hour chart, we look for flag, or we wait for the next drop before we take the trade. This is the best, but whether we get or not, we cannot confirm. But if anyone wants to look for buy from here at this top, they need to be quite careful, or wait for the breakout flag based on 1 hour chart, we take the trade. But if we want to look for this one again, we are buying at top of this one movement, top of this wave. All right, then again, I'm not really interested at this point. I cannot suggest. That means we have to wait. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. But if you get any opportunity for buy with the breakout of the 50, we are looking for 61. Then we want to see whether the price can break 61. If yes, we're looking for 78. Again, we just follow the chart. If I see any update or any opportunity or trade setup, I will share. At this point, I don't see a really good trade setup. That means for me, I prefer to wait. Thanks.